Hello, YouTube pedal nerds. You've seen it, you've heard it. Anything else you need? In depth. Let's go. The Grid Slammer from Mesa Boogie. What are we talking about? Well, we're pretty much talking about a to-be screamy kind of thing. And frankly, I think most of them are kind of the same. Well, when I tested the Maxon OD808, I had this on the floor, the good old Joey Vintage Overdrive, the Tube Screamer Mini, and then, the Grid Slammer. And the Grid Slammer seemed to be a tiny little bit different. So we're gonna look into this and just check it out. It's a Tube Screamer, but it's a good one. It's frankly, sometimes you can't describe what a pedal does. Sometimes it's just, you feel happier with it. And this is the one that I feel happier with. I grab it more than others when I want to push the amp. So the amp, we're going into a Mesa Boogie Mark 525. Now, how fair is it to test a Mesa Boogie pedal with a Mesa Boogie amp? When we get into the pedals that are supposed to give you a Mesa sound, we're not going to test them with a Mesa amp because obviously the amp's going to sound like Mesa. Well, pedal is supposed to just push your amp into this nice mid-spectrum, to be screamy kind of area, which means it doesn't matter whether we use a Mesa amp or not. And we are using a Mesa amp. A little bit later in the review, we're going to reveal that there's a Tube Screamer Mini on the board and also a Voyager from Walrus Audio, which I think is kind of, it's green, maybe. I'm thinking it's to be screamy. So we have a Hartung Embrace Vantage 57 here. That's pretty much the Paul Leslie kind of it's an amazing Leslie Poly. And this is an LSL T-style guitar. Let's actually start with the T-style. And we have a TC Electronic Ditto Looper on the floor so that we can actually really test those three against each other later. It's going into the basement, into a Fender 112 cab, mic with a Sennheiser E609 stuff, and then up here into an Apollo. I'm gonna have to see, it's on standby. I'm gonna have to turn a couple of cameras on. Give me a second. That's a clean sound, which the Mesa actually does incredibly well. And it's nice to use a Mesa because I'm pushing, with the Tube Screamer, my already overdriven sound to give it more gain and push it more into those beautiful mids. And it can give me both. So let's test it on clean. If I'm in the back here, I'm actually in the front. This guitar is wired wrong. Everything up. Guess what? It does a really nice Tube Screamer sound. Hey, it's not cheap either. It should. It really should. Those parts are really hard to twist, which kind of speaks for quality. That's taking your head off, but in a good way. It's just before intolerable, which is great. So the tone knob can help you adjust to the pickups of your guitar. Especially with this guitar, that's just the right kind of dirty crappiness. dirt, and just enough mid-push to bring you beautifully out of your band context. Let's turn on the Bellwether by Walrus Audio, because it's on the board right now. Let's go into Humbucker territory. Hamabuka territory. With the Vantage 57, which is just such a nice instrument. And it's parked here. It's not even mine. That's pretty much very different than that one. It is truly fun and inspiring to play. By itself, let's see how it pushes. So we're now in the crunch on the Mesa, clean channel. It can be clean, fat crunch, blah, blah, blah. We've heard it before, which sounds like so. To me, it kind of sounds like a little bit of a harsher, brighter, tube screamer kind of channel, but we're going to push it further. That brings me into lead territory. I'm done. This is all I ever wanted from a lead sound. Thank you very much. So yes, the bottom line is pushes your amp into sweetness, into nirvana, if you want it, without, being Kurt Cobain-y. So now let's reveal. Wow, there are more. And I don't know, how Mesa would like it if I showed some of the competition. But I don't care, because you know what? I'm not working for them. I'm working for you. And I don't know what's gonna, happen, because I haven't really made that comparison. By the way, some from a word from my sponsors. I'm playing the Dario balanced tension 10 to 46 strings on this, and they're fucking awesome. And Bulldog stands. We just did a 5-hour photo shoot up in my living room, so there will be some nice pictures of Bulldog stands, which are really nice, and they look cool in these videos. So let's see. The reveal should have happened. What are we gonna play? I'm just gonna play like a rhythm and try to set them up equally. So the Voyager from Walrus Audio clocks in at 250 euro. I could imagine, with a lot of imagination, that it might be slightly warmer. I don't know. The Tube Screamer definitely seemed thinner than the other ones, lacking a little bit more bite, and the Grid Slammer seemed to be kind of meaty and more attacky, but you know what? The differences are so incredibly minute that if you gave me A, B, C, definitely between the Grid Slammer and the Voyager, I wouldn't know. Maybe comes down to design or your preference or not preference for Walrus or Mesa. Now, interestingly, when we go and push a channel that's already driven, the differences probably blur away into nothingness, which we will, of course, check. So here's the channel by itself. Let's play something. That was pretty horrible, but we'll take it. Yeah, bottom line, the Tube Screamer does sound a tiny bit different. The differences are minute. I have a feeling that the Grid Slammer, no, that the Voyager is a tiny bit rounder. Maybe you want to use the word warmer. The Grid Slammer more, a little bit tighter maybe, which would fit the Mesa brand and the feel you have about Mesa. All three very usable. And I think it comes down to mojo again. Do you feel good playing a sparkly dark green Grid Slammer with a metal plate on top and you know it's Mesa and your favorite heroes play Mesa? Do you like Star Trek and Star Trek 1 with Voyager and Voyager and you like space and you want to spend $50 more on the Walrus Audio? Or maybe you want to save space and, just like the 2B Screamy kind of thing with Ibanez, which is the thinnest of those. But maybe that's exactly what you need. So what's my 2 cents? Well, I've already told you. I like the Grid Slammer. I've used it extensively in the last few months. I cannot say months. Months. And it is my go-to Tube Screamer. I don't know, now I've got the Voyager that just came in, the Walrus pedals. I can only a lot of these pedal decisions are mojo. It's what goes on in your head. If you feel good with your purchase, you feel good that your favorite people play it, you feel good how it feels, how it looks, how it fits in your pedal board, then you're gonna play well. If you have a good feeling about it, this is your Tube Screamer. I'm thinking it is going to give you those 2 extra % of definition and clarity and low-end fullness over the Tube Screamer Mini, which clocks in at way $100 less than this. Feeling-wise, this is probably going to be my go-to Tube Screamer. I have to play with the Walrus a little bit more and see which one, wins in the end. But when I want to push my amp into this beautiful singing leadsy overdrive, I use this. Links to all products that you see, except some custom guitars, are in the description below. Bulldog stands, the Mesa amp, and all 3 pedals. You can check them out, check out the details, milliamps, sizes, prices. If you want to buy any of them, please use my link, because you love me. I hope that helped in some way. To be screaming goodness! See ya!